What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Turnbuckle Tommy Picks. We appreciate you joining the channel. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you appreciate the content we're doing. I hope everyone is enjoying their Monday early start to the games today with the Brewers and the Cubs. We're having a decent day so far. We had no runs first inning in that game. That was a cash, and we also have the Brewers money line. So that one's looking good right now. Brewers up 1-0 at the top of the third, bases loaded. Let's see if we can't get two winners out of one game. We are here though to talk about tomorrow's game. So let's get started with the slate. August 19th. First game up on the board. Have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. You got Max Scherzer taking the mound for the Blue Jays, and he will be facing Mitch Keller. Scherzer 3.83 ERA. The Blue Jays are 3-2 in his starts. Mitch Keller 5'11", 4.13. Like I said, the Pirates are 5-11 in his starts. He hasn't been that great. He hasn't been horrible. This is just a case of a much better team. Only way I can look at this is the Blue Jays run line. I'm assuming the money line probably will not have much value. Lines are not out yet because we're doing this video early, so we'll see what kind of value we can get. But if I get to the window with anything in this game, it will be a Blue Jays money line or run line ticket. Next game up on the board, we have the Houston Astros taking on the Detroit Tigers. This is a pitching matchup that's probably going to be phenomenal. You got Hunter Brown taking the bump for the Astros. He'll be going up against Tariq Skubal. These are two of my favorite pitchers. Tariq Skubal is my favorite pitcher, and Hunter Brown is right there in the top five. Hunter Brown has a 2.45 ERA. He did get shelled a couple starts ago. He had a pretty decent outing in his last game. He does pitch better at home than on the road. The Astros are 10-5 in his starts. Tariq Skubal, on the other hand, 11-3. The Tigers are in his starts. He's got a 2.42 ERA at home. He's been absolutely electric. Honestly, not sure. This is a hard game with this pitching matchup. Definitely a hard game to handicap. You have two teams that have both been very profitable in first 5 innings. So with this pitching matchup, it's going to be one of those games that either has a game total of under 5 or over 10. Either both pitchers deal or both pitchers get smoked. Not sure which way to go, but it will be a fun game to watch. I probably won't have anything to get to the window with. Maybe a first 5 under, maybe a no runs first inning. But again, they'll probably be juicy low numbers. So this will most likely be a pass for me. Next game up on the board, have the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Miami Marlins. You got Michael McGreevy taking the bump for the Cardinals and Edward Cabrera hitting the hill for the Marlins. Edward Cabrera's looked great in his last few starts, allowing less than 2 earned runs. He's been very serviceable for the Marlins, pitches better at home. The Marlins have been tearing the leather off the ball against right-handed pitchers. Michael McGreevy on the other side, the Cardinals are 4-2 in his starts. He has a 4.41 ERA. He has been getting hit up recently. And again, the Marlins have been tearing the leather off the ball against righties. Cardinals, however, rank bottom 5 against right-handed pitchers in the last 30 days. This is a game that I will definitely be looking to get to the window with either a Marlins first 5 or a Marlins money line. Next game up on the board, we have the New York Mets flying into Washington to take on the Nationals. You got David Peterson taking the bump for the Mets. This is a lefty, 3.30 ERA. The Mets are 7-5 in his starts. Over his last couple starts, he has gotten touched up. He has an ERA of 7.04. On the road, it's 3.77. The Mets are only 2-4 in those starts. Sitting across from him, Jake Irvin has not been good. 9.45 ERA in his last 3 starts. At home, a 4.70. Washington's 2-2. I don't see any value in this game. The books are probably going to juice the Mets line really bad. They haven't proven to me enough that they're worth being anything over a minus 130 favorite on the road. I don't care if it's against the Nationals team or not. So I probably will just pass on this game. Better games out there to get to the window with. Will not be looking to get there with this one. Next game up on the board. Got the Seattle Mariners taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. As of now, no starting pitcher listed for Seattle. Phillies will be going with Christopher Sanchez. This is one of my favorite pitchers in MLB. Phillies are 11-4 in his starts. He's got a 2.45 ERA. This is a guy who at home has been lights out. A 1.80 ERA over his last 3 games. 2.33 at home, and the Phillies are 5-0 in his home starts. Again, no pitcher listed yet for Seattle, but this is a game I will be looking to get to the window with Philly. Whether that be the run line, money line, we'll see what the value is. Possibly a team total over, depending on who the Mariners decide to start. But I will definitely be looking to have money on Philly in this game, some way, shape, or form. Next game up on the board, we got the Baltimore Orioles flying in to take on the Boston Red Sox. Tomoyuki Sagano taking the mound for the Orioles, and then Walker Buehler taking the mound for the Red Sox. Not a fan of either of these pitchers. Sagano has been good in his home starts. I will give him that. The Orioles are 7-2 in his home starts. Unfortunately, this game's on the road where has not been as dominant. A 4.34 ERA on the road. Across from him, you got Walker Buehler. Not many positive things to say about this guy, other than the fact that over his last 3 starts, he has had an ERA of under 4. I guess that's a good thing, but typically a 4.35 home ERA. Red Sox are 3-2 in his starts. Rather than a side, I will probably look at the total in this one. We'll see what the weather forecast looks like for tomorrow, but maybe get to an over, game total over. I could see both these lineups putting runs off these pitchers, so we'll see what the line drops at, but possibly an over in this game. Next game up on the board, we have the Chicago White Sox taking on the Atlanta Braves. Shane Smith will be taking the bump for the White Sox in this one. This is a guy who started off the season looking like he was going to be an ace, quickly started getting touched up. I still think that he is going to be a decent pitcher. I think maybe just a comfort level where he needs to get settled, have a little bit more confidence in himself. Over the last 3 starts, though, 2.51 ERA, a little over 4 on the road. The White Sox are 2-4 in his starts. Across from him, you got Bryce Elder, absolute gas can, a 5.89 ERA, 6.66 ERA at home. Atlanta's 2-4 in his starts. We'll see what kind of line value we get, but if anything, this would be a spot I would possibly back the White Sox. Maybe a White Sox first 5 money line or a White Sox team total over. Don't trust Bryce Elder, barely trust Shane Smith, but I think he can pitch decent in this game, but not sure if there's any value we'll get to with this one, but we'll keep our eyes on the lines. Next game up on the board, we have the New York Yankees taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. I'll make this one short and sweet. Carlos Rodon taking the mound for the Yankees. He'll be going up against Shane Baz. Carlos Rodon, a left-handed pitcher. The Yankees are 12-7 in his starts. He's got a 3.25 ERA. Bottom line is the Rays are a bottom 5 offense against lefties. They've been horrible, not good at all. Shane Baz is not, Baz, however you want to say his name, hasn't been serviceable. 7.31 ERA over his last 3 starts. The Rays are 0-2 over his last 2 starts. He's got a 6.54 ERA at home. This is a spot I just look for the Yankees to probably crush the Rays. I definitely like the spot for them. The Yankees haven't been that great on the road, but this is a spot I think they get up for. So I'll be looking to back the Yankees in some way, shape, or form in this matchup. Next game up on the board, we got the Athletics taking on the Minnesota Twins. This is actually an interesting matchup. You got Jacob Lopez taking the mound for the A's. You got Joe Ryan taking the mound for the Twins. I would definitely be looking at a full game under, possibly, or a first five under. If I'm going with a side, I'm actually probably going to go with the Athletics. The Twins are a bottom 10 offense against left-handed pitchers, while the A's are a top 5 lineup against righties over the last 30 days. 807 OPS. They've just been crushing lefties and righties. It doesn't matter who they see. The Athletics are hitting right now. Joe Ryan has been lights out. 2.72 ERA overall. 2.04 over his last 3 starts. The Twins are 2-0 in his last 2 starts. 6-3 in his home games with a 3.03 ERA. I look for it to be low scoring in those first 5. Both bullpens might be able to give up some runs, but I will be looking at a first 5 under in this game, possibly an Athletics money line. Next game up on the board, have the Texas Rangers taking on the Kansas City Royals. This is actually a tricky spot here. This is a spot that I really want to back the Rangers in. You got Merrill Kelly taking the mound, 3.36 ERA. This is a guy who, with the Diamondbacks, was pitching lights out. He's been pretty good with the Rangers. A couple decent starts, one where he got touched up. Across from him, though, you got Seth Lugo taking the mound for the Royals. Now, Seth Lugo has a 3.77 ERA, and on the season, he has been good overall. But his last 2 starts have been horrible. He pitched 4 innings in his last start against the Nationals, giving up 6 earned runs. And then the game before that, he pitched 4 innings against the Twins, giving up 7 earned runs. He's been getting smacked up. We just saw the Rangers bats put up a bunch of runs against the Blue Jays in this last game. Maybe their bats are waking up. Overall, it looked like the Rangers were kind of trending in the wrong direction, but this could be a get-right spot against a pitcher who seems to have lost his recent form. So I might look to get to the window with a Rangers money line in this spot. We'll see what kind of line value we get, though. Next game up on the board, the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Chicago Cubs. This is a serious pitching matchup. You got Brandon Woodruff taking the mound for the Brewers and Matthew Boyd taking the hill for the Cubs. Woodruff, 2.12 ERA over his last 3 starts. The Brewers are 4-0 in his starts, 3-0 in his road starts with a 1.50 road ERA. On the other side, you got, in my opinion, the Cubs' best pitcher on the season, Matthew Boyd. In his home starts, the Cubs are 9-0, and he has a 1.75 ERA. So, this is 2 undefeated pitchers facing off against each other. I got to ride the Brewers, though. I'm on that train. It'll be Brewers money line for me. They're number 1 against left-handed pitchers over the last 30 days. Every ace pitcher that's taken the mound over the last 10 days has gotten touched up. This could be Boyd's spot where he gets touched up for a few. I look for a low-scoring game, so maybe a first 5 under, but I will be backing the Brewers in some way, shape, or form in this game. Next game up on the board, have your Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Colorado Rockies. Emmett Sheehan will be taking the mound for the Dodgers, and Austin Gomber will be taking the hill for the Rockies. This is a game I will definitely stay away from. I don't see much value. You're going to see Dodgers being heavy favorites, minus 250 or better most likely. There's just not going to be any value in this game. Austin Gomber, 6.75 ERA. Most likely Dodgers are going to smoke him. He is a lefty, has that going for him. Maybe a Dodgers team total over, but this is a game I will be looking to pass on. Next game up on the board, the Cincinnati Reds taking on the Los Angeles Angels. Hunter Green will be on the mound for the Reds. Kyle Hendricks will be taking the hill for the Angels. Hunter Green looked really good in his last start, his first start coming back from the IL in the majors. He did have a decent performance. The Reds are 5-3 in his starts. He's got a 2.47 ERA. Kyle Hendricks on the other side, not so great, 4.48 ERA. Over his last 3 starts, a 6.08. That they're 4-4 in Hendricks' home games. This is a spot I will probably, if anything, I'd look to get on the Reds. Maybe a Reds team total over. Not a lot of value here sitting for me. Hunter Green's second game back from IL. Angels could touch him up. You can't trust the Reds' offense right now to really put up a lot of runs. So just overall, not a game that I'm interested in putting my money on. Definitely better bets out there. Next game up on the board, You got the San Francisco Giants taking on the San Diego Padres. This will be a Padres absolute smash spot for me. You got Kai Tang taking the hill for the Giants. Look, over his last three starts, the Giants are 1-2. He's got a 9.90 ERA. On the road, they're 0-1 with a 13.50 ERA. Didn't even know that was possible to get that high. Across from him, you got Nick Pivetta. 12-4, the Padres are in his starts. He's got a 2.87 ERA, 3.2 in his last three games. But at home, they are 7-1 in Pivetta's starts. He's got a 2.41 ERA. He's been absolute dynamite at home. Giants are atrocious. They are not hitting. They haven't been doing anything good. This is a spot I will be looking to hammer the Padres. Money line, run line, team total over. I'll be backing them a couple different ways. I absolutely love this spot for the Padres tomorrow. Next game up on the board. Got the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. As of now, Diamondbacks have no pitcher listed yet. The Guardians look to be starting Tanner Bybee. Guys, this is a spot I will absolutely not be backing the Guardians. I do not trust Tanner Bybee. 5.74 ERA in his last three games. Somehow, his last two starts, the Guardians have won. At home, he has been much better this season. On the road, not so much. 5.59 ERA. They're 6-6 in his road starts. Depending on who the Diamondbacks go with, I might look to back the Diamondbacks first five. Possibly a Diamondbacks team total over. Again, I do not trust Bybee on the road. But as of now, no starting pitcher listed, so this is a game we will have to skip for now. Well, that wraps it up for the slate of games on August 19th. You guys, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you tuning in. As always, hit the like and subscribe if you could, if you like the content we're putting out. Let's get to the window. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday afternoon. I hope everyone cashes some tickets. As always, again, you can find all my plays that I bet every day on my X handle. That's at Tommy Turnbuckle. You go there. I list every bet that I actually place. So you can follow them, fade them, whatever you choose to do. Either way, guys, you know what we do. Let's smoke them.